Previously on Kimba TV. So you're gonna really maybe give it, if it is gonna make a lower low, it's gotta snap right back above. It's gotta be a swing fail. The next one has to be a higher low, and you gotta try to pierce through on the next one. You can't, since you got rejected on the first one, this next one has to pierce and go to the 0.5. It can't get rejected again. Then that's an easy short for you. Good morning, motherfuckers. Looks like we had a little trident play, yeah? Let's restart the stream. And, yeah. Banana Man says nothing, pretty much still same. Yeah, for sure. Especially with the trident. Yeah. So now we just gotta break these highs. And I'm gonna assume this is golden pocket. Or some fib. It says looking bottomy, Kimba-san. Make sure you rewind and get caught up. What's my entry? We got live filled. What's my long entry? I showed it. I also put a stop loss with you guys. Didn't get stopped out. Yeah, exclamation rewind. Alrighty. Iruzi says, were you able to add? Dude, I just woke up. No, I just woke up. I'm what? 1 through 2, 3 hours late. It's 6:30 in the morning. I just woke up. It was like 2 or 3:30 in the morning. But, yeah, I didn't get stopped out. So we're Gucci. I mean, it's not really that hard. Everybody good with this? Same as yesterday. So break that, and we should be on our way to 69 and higher. Yeah, you guys know what it is. Trident. And all you got to do is break above that, turn it into support, and then we're on our way. All right, the usual stuff. Usually you're going to get that when you turn this into support, so... Yeah, we mathin', bitch. We mathin'. Any questions? Swabizi says, I saw the notification. Kimba went live and I was like, she's? Yeah. I gotta work. I've got a bunch of work calls today. So there is a chance that I gotta do a hard stop at noon today. I'll be back around daily candle close, but, yeah, I got a whole bunch of calls scheduled for later today. Crypto Psychic says 15-second TA over. Well, were you here when I got peak? What's the last position that you saw on screen, Crypto Psychic? I restarted the stream so you can rewatch the VOD. But I got live filled last night before I went to bed. It was a partial fill. I didn't get all 50. Somebody was asking me, did you get a chance to add? I just woke up. I did not get a chance to add at the 7.5. But before I went to sleep, I got pixel bottom filled for 23 Bitcoin at 66,690. I did not get stopped out. I showed the position and put the stop loss in live before I left. Also, before I left, we talked about Trident. Right? So what do you think it did? Okay, so if this really is a trident, what's the next thing that is supposed to happen, brother? It's going to be able to clean this. It's going to turn this into support, but more importantly, it's going to be able to start break that resistance. Okay, and if we can do that, then I'll see you at 69, if not higher. okay? But if we can't break above this downward trending line, then I don't know how many tridents you've seen before, but the trident will fail. All right. And look at like the pixel perfectness of it all. Okay. So Crypto Psychic, I don't really know if you guys need 15-second alpha TA. It's the same as where we left off yesterday. So I got partial filled at 66,690, literally Pico bottom. Got to be testnet. All right. I was sleeping, so I didn't get to add at the 7.5 or 7.86, but that's classic Trident play. It is still classic Trident play. Okay, so it has to start breaking those higher highs now. If it can break the higher highs and flip it into support, then 69 and higher, easy math. Okay, but I think you guys have seen plenty of tridents where it can't make a higher high. You know what I mean? How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? It can't get out. Like it'll do this, and I've had plenty of longs where I got in right here, and I eventually got round tripped. So you got to break that trend line now. So it's really just a continuation of where we left off last night, isn't it? And Lion Cubs, if you haven't seen this before, take note of this. Because this will happen many, many times. The way you know that a trident is actually doing its Gucci is this gets turned into support, which increases the probability of getting a higher high. This is already going to be a cascade of stop losses. You already have single prints right there. So bulls, all you really need to do is turn that golden pocket into support. Bears, knock that bitch out and you're going to get 65.5. I think it's pretty straightforward. Alrighty, so somebody was asking me about 15-second alpha TA, but to be honest, there is no 15-second alpha TA. All I see is a trident and basic math on if it's going to play out or not, based off of fibs and volume and fixed range. How we doing? Y6 says, so I have another question. If on market open, we're going to squeeze shorts, 68.5, wouldn't it be to short for a lower low on daily? No, I would not short 68.5. Yeah, no, it's if that low is in play and that trident is in play, then I would probably be looking at 69 or higher. The 68.4 was really more of a bearish retest to get to 65.5. So what I would think, YSEC now, is either this low is good or the trident is not good. We're going to go to 65.5, and then we get the long from there. We are not shorting 68.4 at that point. But even here, if the trident actually plays out, I don't think you would want to short 68.4. It would definitely be better than trying to short it after getting 65.5 grabbed. Yeah. So YSEC for me, I would like to go down to 65.7, 65.6, be able to long that, and then we don't even have to worry about a 68.4 or a 69 short. We're gonna go to 70 and higher. And it's not because I'm bullish or anything like that. For me, that would be like the easier range, bing bong ding dong. Y6 says, man, I would love 63.4, 62. No doubt. Well, I would say that if 65.5 doesn't hold, and if it's not a quick reaction, then it'll probably go to 62. Yeah, because I don't really have anything You know, I've got the 67, and then the 64. So really, if this like naked point of control doesn't work out, then yeah, probably like, you know, 64, 62. But let's see what happens here, yeah? All right, you guys know the drill. Don't get got. Don't get baited. Idol says, wait, 30-minute close. You already know the deal. Yeah. Like I said, you know, I can say it a million times, but if you can't have that kick in when the bullets start flying, then there's no point. But yeah, there you go. 30-minute candle close. Don't be baited. You know what I mean? Juicy Magucci. 11 minutes. Let's get nasty on him. Let's get nasty on him. Mo guy says, honestly, man, imagine we just went 65.5 this morning. No doubt, but it's not going to be like that. You know, that would have been nice, but too many people. Mo guy, stop the music for a second. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's punishing longers. Yeah? There's been a lot of aggressive longing, okay? And I'm not talking about Kimba Gang. I'm talking about the data that I can see. A lot of aggressive longing happened today, and they got punished. Okay? Usually, when that happens from a historical pattern perspective, the other side gets spanked hard as well. Okay? So I like what's happening. I'm not like overly bummed out about not being in a big ass long right now. And I'm just trying to be as patient as I can be so that I can take that like high probability play. But there's gonna be a time where shorts are gonna get squeezed, Mo. So, like I've been saying, man, you know, if it goes back down to 65.5, I am not gonna pussyfoot about longing down there. You know, obviously I'm not gonna put blind limits and, you know, not look at the data, but based off of how this is all kind of playing out, yeah, I still think, you know, one more clean to the downside could be in play, trap shorts, and then we go to like 70. But never let what I say contaminate your own thought process. Okay? At least it's got to make sense why I said that and not just like blindly listening to what I'm saying. You know? Like that's why like it's important that you can see for yourself that the lows aren't that gray and it's maybe a little bit aren't that great and it's maybe unfinished. You know, you have to understand the significance of what that 66 to 65 zone represents. You know, you have to be able to understand where the liquidity lies. So, anyways, what you thinking, Mo? Yeah, fingers crossed, brother, that we can get, you know, 65.5, but we might have to settle for a 66.8, you know? But based off of the way that it faked out of that triangle, if we do rotate to the other side, I think it would not make a higher low, right? If it's not going to go to the 65.5 that we want, then it might just swing fail and do a fake out like it did up there on the bottom side too. Yeah, Kaiser says, I wouldn't mind lower, more juice then. Yeah. It doesn't really matter if it goes up or down. It shouldn't matter if you're in a long or short. It's just about managing risk and you know, eliminating the portion of you where it's like trying to predict the future. Mo Guy says, not in any trade right now, but looking for longs. Yeah. So let's see, Mo Guy. Hey, Mo Guy, you know what would be hella funny? A giant red dildo, Marcus smash bottom shoulders, 65.6. Quit playing with me. Sometimes it's not really the counter trading aspect that could be valuable. It's the motherfucker that's really, really bullish now, but then pussyfoots because it's a crazy red dildo to 65.6. Sometimes that's the biggest confluence. You heard me? And I'm not talking about you guys, but you know, you are what you are when the bullets start flying. I'm telling you. So if you don't really mean it, it's going to show. Best believe. Mogai or anybody in general, Andy, do you want to talk about 65.6 and like structure and what that would look like? It would have to be quick. So there isn't really, well, there isn't really a sweep level to grab. So, you know, Trident is what I would most likely assume structure wise. How would you play your stop loss? So Mogai, first candle, I will not take. Second one should be a lower low. If it is, the lower low is my invalidation. And I will try twice because what could happen is I might get stopped out because it's going to be a third drive. So understanding and anticipating third drive and understanding if it's a good or a bad low is going to be crucial. Okay. But my stop loss, I would let the first wick come through. The second one should be a lower low. My first attempt, again, depending on the data, all right, and if it's a good low or a good high, I'm going to be able to adjust my stop loss, but my stop loss would be a lower low, okay? If it doesn't look that great, then I would think third drive is going to happen. I would try to close it as quickly as I can and just wait for that third drive. What is the Fibonacci extension that we like on the third drive? 1.25. All right. Did all of that make sense, Mogai? Because I've done these all live. Juice. And Mogai, dude, I hope this bitch happens in the next hour and a half so that we can do it live together. All right? But I hope you have seen me do it live enough where you can trust that I will not deviate from the way in which I execute. But you got to do you, though. All right, Mo? But I'm a do me, boy. And I'm going to do the same shit that I've been doing for the last couple years, Mo Guy. So let's do the damn thing. Am I too cryptic, Mo Guy? What a day. What a day. Let's go ahead and see what the new value is, y'all. It's an inside day, at least on here. So no real full rotation play. But we got some interesting things, especially with the point of control being down at 66.6. Let's go! Juicy Magucci. Maybe Band-Aid says off for the night. See y'all in the morning. Hey, have a great night, maybe Band-Aid. Hey, international Lions, European Lions. Hey, if you're gonna go to sleep, have a great night. Sleep well, and Make sure you give yourself a pat on the back. Surviving a day like today is an accomplishment in and of itself. I think maybe, especially if your sample size is too small, you may not realize it at first. You might be sitting here thinking to yourself, fuck man, I had a pixel perfect top short. I had a pixel perfect bottom long. I got round tripped on both. Didn't make any money. I spent all fucking day here. And you can really start to fuck yourself and play that game, but you're looking at it all wrong. You took your shot, and you got. That's what's supposed to happen. We're all retail traders, okay? But you didn't take any significant losses. You did the right thing when it mattered the most, right? So when the volatility was kicking in, even though you wanted to put your stop loss on a lower low because you didn't want to get round tripped, you still put it at a higher high, in front of your entry, and you got stop loss break even. And you should, if you were able to do that when it meant the most, if you were able to execute and do the right thing, that's incredibly impressive, regardless of how much money you walked away with today. So, you know, on a day like today, maybe you get round tripped. But on most other days, you're going to juice the fuck up. So I wouldn't really worry too much. I had a Pico bottom long from last night. I still got spanked today. Hey, that's okay, big boy. It is what it is. And, you know, that will happen a lot. So what can you do to have good expected value, EV, good risk management? Yeah. Let's get it, EU. Well, what do you think? I mean, if this drops down, are you going to try to long again on a higher low? Or at this point, are you going to be looking for some sort of deviation, meaning it has to be a lower low? It could be a swing fail. It doesn't necessarily have to go all the way down to 65.7, right? But it could just swing fail that long and then continue to be in this little range. How funny would it be if it's, we're going to go, nope. Nope. And it just does this bullshit all fucking week. Wah, wah. So, yeah, we'll just take it level by level. But some people are going to try to argue for the maintenance of a higher low structure that has to come in if it's going to be bullish. Some people would say that this would not be. You know, I would still love that thang down there. I would still love that thang down there. But EU says, yeah, this bing bong is exhausting. Yeah, it can be. And you know what also? Bing bong ding dong EU is sort of like, you're going to see it. Sometimes it's, you know, a giant wedge or a triangle or a symmetrical triangle, but the price is going to compress and compress and compress and compress. And basically, not only is the price action getting somewhat exhaustive in one particular direction, you know, the retail is also getting exhausted, and that's when it'll boop, fuck. Yeah, so don't get too caught up in the volatility. Identify the levels, stay focused, keep your head on a swivel, EU, and let's do the damn thing. The bing bong, this sort of bing bong, because how funny would it be, EU? And I mean, you're in the same scenario. So think about somebody like you, right? That was in an awesome pixel perfect bottom long. You got stopped out and left at the train station. Okay. It comes back down for you again. Maybe it teases a higher low. Okay. That's going to bait a certain set of idiots to long. Right? They get stopped out and it does a swing fail next. So imagine something like this. The first set is this guy. It has to be a high low, bro. Yeah, I'm juicing. No, you're not. Right? The second set of longers is going to be the swing fail guys. I told you swing fail, bitch. And then if you're not looking at open interest here, if you're not looking at CVD here, bitch, lions. And that's how we roar. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. He said he's going to smack the shit out of you. Don't get bing bong ding donged, alrighty? Lions, longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, Bears, we're all lions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.